Alright, welcome back to Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka REANIMATOR the Witch. Got a sweet little deck today that I've been wanting to play for a while. I saw a nice deck list for it recently though. Has inspired this stream. It's all about Raise the Past. Of course, Raise the Past, you get a bunch of cheap creatures in the yard. Raise the Past is going to bring them all back, kind of similar to Rally the Ancestors, a card we had in Standard a few years ago. It was quite strong. So we've got a lot of 1 and 2 drops to bring back. We've got Nesting Bot, Infestation Sage. Both of these are going to make extra bodies whenever they die. A Gorehound's going to fill our yard. And then we have some Sacrifice Outlets in Bartolom and Zahur. And a couple ways to ping people as our creatures die or enter the battlefield. And finally, Enduring Innocence. The best sheep in Standard. It's going to draw us a lot of cards and help with that attrition game plan by just chilling in play and triggering off almost all of our creatures. Curious to see how this one plays out. Seems like a nice change of pace before we return to our regularly scheduled Pixie action. The Bleachbone Verge is almost good. I guess I can cast these two. As soon as I draw a land type, I have Innocence. I kind of want to keep this. It might be a bit sketch, but Rally is extremely Abzan flavor. It really is. Oh, it's Oculus. Interesting. We're probably going to want to anoint this, I guess. I guess it's going to get pretty big pretty quick, but we also really want to anoint the Oculus. I'm going to say go with Anoint open regardless. Maybe we just end up killing this. The turn 1 Mako is like a lot of pressure. Oh, they're just hitting me for 1. I think that's fine. We can chunk block the Mako for days. True. I'm going to get rid of this Rona instead. Alright. Drawing a land to enable Innocence would have been the dream. I guess we just play a Death Toucher instead. Can block the Mako. Or get torched. Hey Emily. Hey Kiyashi. Chunk block, indeed. Chunk block is when you have a very large wall. Uh-oh. Bomo discards a land. Does not discard an Oculus, thank goodness. The Mako becomes a 2-2. I am very happily going to trade because we have plenty of Elas's in hand. I guess I'm just going to keep playing them out. Planes, please. What I would do for a planes. Imagine how much better these would be if they were the inverse. God, all my Orzo control decks want the Bleachbone Verge to be the other way around. It'd be so sick. Alright, what do they discard? They discard a Voldaren Thrill Seeker. That's pretty sick with Mako. It must be sad. I guess I'm just blocking again. I mean, seems fine. Soulstone Sanctuary, Kitsa. Ooh, there we go. Beautiful stuff. I kind of do want a land, I guess. Am I playing this out? It's so sad if we get torched. But I also want to start drawing cards, like, ASAP. Maybe I could play the Elas this turn. It threatens to block, and then next time we go Innocence, draw a card. Reverse Verge. Oh yeah, Otters would love it. Boros Mice would love it. What you would do for a plains, you at all times. So true. Opponent's activating the kits. I assume they are a monument deck. Are we sure they're Oculus? You know, at this point, I don't think they're Oculus. I think they're a monument deck. Notably, this Soul Cauldron card, pretty good against me. Oh, it's pretty good with their Thrill Seeker. I'm surprised they didn't want this. It's a little bit scary that they didn't. They have a mountain. Indeed, indeed. I think they're up to something a bit different. I guess they don't have Helping Hand. They're just blue-red Monument Soul Cauldron nonsense. Oh my god, the third FOMO, right? That's sort of a Kitza. Fear plus Looters is cute, indeed. The Draconautics too, okay. They're gonna fling a dragon at my face next time. We can get down this Innocence. Play the Bartolome. Draw a card. Hey, Sophia. Civ, you are so old. Welcome to the stream. No one wanted first. I think sometimes people just assume that they're too late to get it. I think that's how it works. Oh, profts. Boy. Pretty good. Okay, okay. We are in, like, quite a bit of danger right now. This can become a 3-2 on defense and trade with a thing. They're probably going to grow the FOMO. Oh, they're going to get double props trigger because of FOMO. Oh, they're growing the engineer instead. I kind of feel like I need to block this FOMO. I don't really know how I beat this FOMO otherwise, if we don't trade for it, like, literally this turn. You just got a Spell Pierce. Okay. It obviously sucks that I'm having to throw away so many resources here, but at some point we'll erase the past. Oh, that's a weird block. Yeah, I could have blocked with Innocence on here and sacked it. And then I would take one less through. Good point. Oh. What a good card. I want to play this first because we have legendary creatures in the yard. And then we can cast this. Get some triggers going. Alright, this is pretty nice. They lose some life. We gain some life. We're suddenly pretty healthy again. And we say go. Yes, indeed, Kiyashi, indeed. You know what also double triggers with FOMO? Urabrask's Forge is very funny with FOMO. You get 2 counters and 2 tokens. Really silly. Opponent is doing things over there. Can't say I much approve of them. Well, we'll block the Death Toucher on Kitza. Do I ever want to try and, like, trade the Bartolome here? I lose my whole board to do it. But it buys me a bunch of time, supposedly. This deck is sweet, yeah. Now imagine us doing that with, like, a bunch of nesting bots and getting loads of tokens in the process that then are also triggering our things. Nah, I just copied what you posted, Emily. Sack the Bloodwitch. This becomes a 3-2. We get some pings and some drains. Oh, they can activate to grow. Oh, right. The counter isn't from them activating. It's from profts. Yeah, you're right, BB. The counter tricked me. I was thinking like monstrosity. I forget that exhaust doesn't work based on counters on the creatures. I've not played the limited format at all. Yeah. Oh my god, Soul Quadrant's so good. In like every conceivable way. It gets rid of our stuff, or it turns their things into looters. Yeah, the team of Snapcaster is kind of wild to me. The fact it like almost ramps you is completely bananas. Bunch of nesting bots, indeed. Love to nest. I kind of want to save this to trigger Innocence next turn. Yeah, I guess you really need the ones to trigger Innocence in your opponent's turn, right? If you have a nesting bot or an Infestation Sage, then suddenly you can sack in your opponent's turn, get a 1/1 draw card. Yeah, the Gorehound's pretty good too. Yeah, I believe it. Very much believe it. Oh, they have the Frill Seeker in the yard. They're kind of almost threatening lethal, right? Yeah, opponent agrees that they're almost threatening lethal. Okay. The dragon is 5, this is 4, so it's 9. This is us in the air, so it's 14. It can animate Sanctuary, put a counter on it. Turn it into a looter, which deals 3 off the... I think we're actually dead this turn if they play it correctly. It's pretty wild. Like, I think my opponent had lethal on board. Putting an exhaust card in the min is also scary. I agree, but we literally very much die if I don't block. So I really don't have much say in the situation. All right. I assume the new Snapcaster works with X-Spells. It'd be very strange if it didn't. Because there's literally an X-Spell card with that mechanic, right? We need to draw a Raise the Past. I see. Well, now we are very much dead on board. I think we were dead on board anyway, but now it's like not even close. We have in fact died. Yeah, it feels that way. This is so sick. All right. Let's just give our opponent some amount of respect that they can find lethal here. Okay. This only destroys enchantment, sadly, but Loran seems great. Hey, Alchemical, good to see ya. Anoint seems pretty good. Ghost Vacuum is strange. It fights their Soldrin, but not like terribly well. Maybe they'll forget to kill us. Yeah, maybe they're just having too much fun to kill us. So I need to cut 3 cards. The Vampire Gourmand is so strange to me. I'm not sure I understand this card. Just cut it. And then I can... maybe just trim a Bloodwitch and trim a Zahur. Seems fine. Wrath, nah. I think they go so big that I don't know. It feels like a lot of their things are very persistent through Wraths. Like they have the monuments, they have the Soldrons, all that value is sticking around even post Wrath. It should be any one drop, you think? Yeah. Or maybe just like another removal spell main or something. Sideboard, Drana, and then Vala. I don't know about that, BB. Enduring Innocence is so good. Don't judge me. Look, we have the best card in the deck in our hand, okay? It'll be fine, chat. It'll be fine. See? It'd be very funny. I mean, it would be somewhat funny. I don't know. They'd cast an Obliterating Bolt, and then it wouldn't particularly matter after that point, but hypothetically, it could be funny. The Mako. For gameplay reasons. Mia loves the gameplay reasons. FOMO. Okay. I do desperately need them to not have a Torch the Tower. The classic, honestly. Oh my god. But if they don't have a Torch the Tower, oh baby. Are we drawing some cards? Time for some more Orzhov. Every flavor of Orzhov. All the Orzhov, all the time. Hey, Jamura. Oh my gosh. We're gonna draw so many cards, chat. It's gonna be glorious. And our nesting bots are gonna come back after the fact. We can even double block the Innocences on a FOMO pretty happily, I think. Yeah, this is going pretty well, this game. And we have a speed, it's so true. I would like to draw 2 cards, please, opponent. Look at us go. No, countering one of my endurance triggers? That's so rude. Anyway. Get rid of that. Can you imagine if Death Touch was still a trigger? And you could Tidebinder a Death Touch trigger? Does it come back if it dies? It does not. Not currently. It is exceptionally little text. In fact, I believe it's about to get Thrill Seekered. Whilst my opponent is able to. Wait. Excuse me, opponent? Excuse me? What are you up to over there, huh? Letting me draw 2 cards? The norm. Everyone that likes to let their opponent draw 2 cards, honestly. Just polite. When you really think about it. I could wait for them to sack the Thrill Seeker before anointing this. I'm probably meant to wait, right? Just chill on this anoint. We draw 2 cards. I assume they didn't sack Thrill Seeker because they want to hold open spell pits. Play this, say go. Oh my god. Krista. Very good. Are they going for it? No. Still just chilling and vibing over there. I mean, I have a Loran. They get one thing from my yard. I lose this nesting bot, which is honestly pretty heartbreaking, but it's fine. Would be a lot worse for us. Ooh, a Gore of Hound. Let's go. Draw 2 cards. Play Loran. Loran kills the Soldrin. Opponent goes to kill an Innocence. Oh, and then they get to Soldrin it. Messed up. Yeah. I mean, I guess that just happens, but I do get to answer this Tidebinder now. Oh, and we get to Surveil. Yeah, we can sack for a Surveil. It's true. Or we can get a counter. It's probably better to Surveil. Alright, they get rid of the sheep. What a messy stack. Anoint with Affliction. I kind of don't hate that, I think. Good to see you. Hey, Riley. Good to see you as well. Alright, we say go. A nice little battlefield here. They have a nice little land over there. Alright, goes to my turn. So I can sacrifice the... Oh wait, no, I have an Elas I can play out. Okay, so we play an Elas. Aww. That's really nice of you to say, Riley. I don't really need the additional Bartolome. We do need a nesting bot, though. We certainly need a nesting bot. Start gaining life here with Elas. You love card draw. You and me both. We put an Infestation Sage in the yard for later. Play a nesting bot, which we can sack in their turn to draw a couple cards. Oh my god, all these Infestation Sages. And we'll keep Erase the Past on top. Oh, does keeping Erase on top mean that I'm just allowed to cast Erase now? And if it gets Spell Pierced, I don't care? I kind of want to. I also kind of want to not sack anything. I think if this resolves, we can't lose anyway. And if this gets countered, I don't care because I still have my whole board. I think that makes sense, right? Maybe the actual answer is I'm not meant to let them convert a Spell Pierce, but I think this is pretty okay for me. And what about draw 2 cards? I think take an extra turn. It's the best words in Magic, if we're being completely realistic. Nexus of Fate fan has logged on. You don't think we're in a rush? Yeah, that's fair. I think realistically, my actions do not have much meaning anymore. We're probably in garbage time right now. We are doing the raise the past thing. Sack and R-term for speed purposes. We already drew off the endurances in R-term. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. You know, those are pretty low on my tier rankings as someone who happens to enjoy non-creature spells. Gotta say. Falia is your girl. I'll excuse Falia, but all other instances of that text are not allowable. That's a good question, Hidden. I really like the weird extra turn effects in Dominion. I've been playing a lot of Dominion lately. And I love the ones that are like, you can take an extra turn, but you only get to play 3 cards on the extra turn. Or you can take an extra turn, but everything you've played this turn stays in play, so you don't get to reuse it in the extra turn. Like, those kinds of cards are so sick to me. Oh, wait, D&T doesn't play Falia anymore? What world are we living in? That's crazy. That's crazy. Nesting Bot, the Unstoppable. Do I attack to raise speed? I don't want to. The board game? Yeah, I play the app version. I used to play the card game like 15 years ago. But I have the app version. I have like asynchronous games going with 3 different friends and my partner all at once. Just like a bunch of async 1v1. It's very nice. Oh, they have a Soldrin in play. That makes this Innocence not safe. But also, I might still just want to play it anyway. Soldrin's so good against my deck, huh? Alright, please don't kill my Innocence, friend. Please. Yeah, Save at the Moment is a sick card. Sick design. Really fun with Fires of Invention. You should get back into it, VV. I was enjoying our games. My opponent does not seem to have very much going on. Stitch in Time. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not a big fan of coin flip cards, though. I think Invert Polarity is like one of the most miserable cards they've printed in a long time. Yeah, I'm very thankful Invert Polarity did not end up being a playable card, but it saw a little play for a little while. And that time period was a little bit grim to me. I don't know. I do not like that card very much. I really would rather it didn't exist. Oh, I can sack my nesting bots in their turn to start drawing cards in their turn too. They're also kind of dying a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, they take 2 here. Maybe they're just actually dead. Should I be counting? It seems very plausible they just die here. Oh yeah, the Chance for Glory is a phenomenal card design. I agree. So this is like so this is 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, 2. This is another, but this triggers itself. Yeah, I guess we just have lethal. That's so sad. I was enjoying this game. I would have happily played this game for a couple more turns. This is kind of sick. EVH. Look at us go. Free. Oh yeah. 1-0. We are raising that past. Let's go. A real aristocrat stack in standard is nice. Agree. Enduring Innocence was like kind of sicko there. This is a sweet Enduring Innocence deck. God, a bit of me wants to go tap land on 1, Anoint on 2, and save the 1s for my Innocence. This might be very silly. I'll also keep this so that if we're not in an Anoint matchup, we have a 2-drop. We're kind of happy either way that way. Zahur also protects Innocence from a Torch the Tower, should that happen. Ridiculous Archive. Alright. Deploy the Zahur. I do have a Discord server. Exclamation mark Discord. Thank you, Sevilla. Very, very cozy place. Alright, appears we're against Domain. Honestly, I can imagine the Domain matchup being pretty alright. Is it bad that I kind of just want to play a pile of 1-drops this turn? Because we can draw off the Innocence next turn anyway with the Sacrifice, and I really don't want this to get bindinged. Does this deck have a Rest in Peace plan? No. Next question. Ooh, I'll probably keep that one. God, Felidar Cub is going to be really funny post-board. When I have a sack outlet on board. Oh, you're so smart, Mora. Mora's played this Magic the Gathering game before. Yeah. An excellent point. The sack outlet does in fact help against this binding card. Wow, they're casting the worst Overlord. Let's go. Pretty alright with that. No, discarding the worst Overlord in shocking news. To the yard you go, my noble Gorehound. I guess I attack first. To the yard you go, my noble Infestation Sage. It's really hard to imagine I need a second one of these. It's not like their life total is exactly the healthiest. I say as they continue to die. Tapland. I'm probably keeping Tapland, honestly. Oh, was Elas like lethal? Should I have done a lethal check on Elas? Bartolom. As much as I'd like second Innocence down, I really want Bartolom in play because of Sunfall. I would like to not lose to this Sunfall card. Non-token creature, okay. Let's attack with these. We attack with Zahur. Zahur just like immediately trades off if I do that. That sounds like an exceptionally poor exchange. Menace is a word, okay. Opponent recognizes that menace is a word. So now we have some zombie protection. You love to see it. They die next turn if they don't do something good right now. They probably die next turn even if they do something good right now. Not clear that my opponent's actions have any consequence anymore. Felidar Cub, you're on the team. You as well, Loran. Zombie Cat Warrior is a wild type line. It really is. Would it be completely absurd to bring in Day of Judgment? I think some decks they want to board in Day of Judgment against I'm not convinced that we want to though. Vampire Gourmand is great. It makes it so much easier to sideboard. So true. Honestly, the truest thing I've ever heard. It's like we have a 59 card deck. Yes, I'll keep this. We have 2 Felidar Cubs. VV would love this hand. Are we sure? Do you have 2 drops we can cast? I guess Bartolom. Oh, I kind of don't want to expose my sack outlet so early though. Maybe Elas. Maybe Elas. Okay. 2-1. Deck's great. 66% win rate. You love to see it. We take those. Deck is broken, yeah. I mean,